What is up, guys? Helix Flame here, bringing you another arena episode. This time putting Nightwing versus Daredevil, blind versus unblind, gadgets versus no gadgets. But sorry I haven't been on. I've been grounded for like the past 2 months, but here I am making this video, and without further ado, let's go into the battle. Alright, kicking it off with Nightwing first. He was originating in 1984, Tales of the Teen Titans, issue number 44, as Dick Grayson. He was originally a Robin, which we'll get to in a second, but his origin starts as he was an acrobat and performed a lot of shows, and then his family was murdered right in front of him, so he was adopted by Bruce Wayne, then being trained and eventually becoming the Nightwing. Alright, as we all know, Nightwing is part of the Bat family. He usually carries gear very similar to the Robins, Red Robin, even Batman, but not too much Red Hood. But his standard gear is usually shock batons, shock gauntlets. By the way, his batons can click together and make a bow staff, which is good for long-range combat, long-range hand-to-hand, actually. But he doesn't necessarily have a belt around him like Batman, but he does have gadgets all around, including the occasional grapple gun, high-frequent sounds, which Daredevil is actually weak to, so that could be used for an advantage. But he also has birderings, which are basically batarangs, but, you know, Robin, Red Robin, Nightwing, his logo, bird, yeah. But he has all of that good gear, and it could just be enough to put up a match against Daredevil. As I said before, Nightwing was trained by Batman, the best hand-to-hand fighter in DC. Nightwing isn't quite on Batman level yet. In the future, he probably will get near there, but Batman will always probably be better. But being trained by him, he is at peak physical condition, being able to run faster than Olympians. He's stronger than the strongest man in our world, which is kind of unrealistic. But Nightwing can lift somewhat up to 800 pounds using his suit. And of course, he is Master Detective, being able to solve basically anything given at him. He is also a Master Strategist, which would come in the fight against Daredevil, where Daredevil is usually a solo fighter. Not that Nightwing isn't, because Nightwing left Batman to become a solo fighter, but Nightwing is used to fighting as a team. So, yeah, he's learned some extra stuff from his teammates, but we'll have to see if that is enough to stand up against Daredevil. Alright, now on to Daredevil. Daredevil originated in 1964. I didn't have to Google that one. In his own series. But his origin starts off, his dad was a boxer, and as all boxers, they're pretty good at fighting, of course. So that's where he gets his fighting spirit from. But his story on how he got his powers is kinda tragic in a way. One day he was walking, and there was an old man crossing the street. The old man happened to be blind, and was about to be hit by a truck carrying lots of radiation chemicals. I do not know how to speak today, but in an act of justice, Matt Murdock, Daredevil, pushed the old man out, saving his life, but instead costing his sight. But instead of having his sight, all his other senses were enhanced to the point of beyond superhuman. And that's how he became the Daredevil. Not long after going blind, Matt Murdock, aka Daredevil's dad, was murdered in order to give Matt a little extra money and giving him a second chance in life. He was then later adopted by a ninja master named Stick, who taught him how to harness his powers that he had gotten, and taught him many, many different forms of martial arts, putting him slightly ahead as a fighter, ahead of Nightwing. So, yeah, in the hand-to-hand area, Daredevil should have no problem controlling it, but Nightwing's gadgets could indeed help him. When it comes down to a fight between these two, it comes down to who is more used to fighting people who are superior than themselves and who has more at their disposal. So that's why the winner of this fight is going to be Nightwing. Nightwing takes this because he is a far better strategist than Daredevil and is used to fighting people who are superior than him, such as Superboy, occasionally Superman, Midnighter even, and even at one point Batman, which Daredevil is not on the level of Midnighter or Batman, even though New 52 Midnighter was not that strong. Thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure to subscribe, like, and wait for more.